the helm. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll have a Dolphin.
A pretty decent game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he can only make
coming at him. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And the second, they'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a good job defensively. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But offense, trying to let him know he believes in him as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. They will get 4 yards more. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go by the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy.
He was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with this, they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. Over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because
totals. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And able to get this one 3. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down. His drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he works his way as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 to the line now. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he is brought down by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Mostert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's Mostert. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get to come into the line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment is remaining in the second quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Could be for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start out to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game. It's a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's good. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air again, Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. It's in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time.
Iloa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 100 here this afternoon. This is Mostert, and he is swallowed.
Big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This work.
Here's Mostert. And they'll get him down. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Mostert. And brought down, but not before.
With him throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to and keep picking up good yardage.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
That's right, we all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point up and good by Sanders out of the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Yep. Again, Smith. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on second down. Smith. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Looking sideline, and it'll be a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And they do have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the
post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Geno on 1st down. No idle timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you get